How strong can a zombie's learning ability be? The man threw a newspaper and the zombie imitated him, quickly picking up a baby bottle and throwing it. With the zombie's help, humans were freed from manual work. Trivial tasks like carrying plates were all handled by zombies. Schools even hired zombies directly. No need to pay salaries, and safety issues were avoided too. Some people actually bought zombies as girlfriends. This woman didn't want to be mocked, so she also bought a zombie butler. But her husband was terrified, for he was very afraid of zombies. He had even long decided to bury his head separately after death and would never be a zombie slave. However, their son accepted the zombie quickly and even named it Jimmy. When the boy was bullied by classmates, Jimmy would show up and drive them away. To train Jimmy's reaction, the boy threw a ball. The ball landed right at an old lady's feet. Jimmy, who went to pick up the ball, startled the old lady. She picked up a stool and hit Jimmy, accidentally breaking its collar. The zombie, regaining its instinct, killed the old lady. The boy was shot. Just as Jimmy kept approaching him, the collar resumed working. To cover up the incident, the boy took Jimmy home and helped clean the blood off its body. That night, the old lady came back to life. The boy, feeling uneasy, sneaked to the cemetery and reburied the old lady. Just as he was about to rest, Jimmy lost control again. Luckily, the neighbor was good at repairing collars, so the boy narrowly escaped danger. But his father, busy with work, ignored his wife. He didn't even know she was pregnant. This made the woman very disappointed. It wasn't until Jimmy appeared that everything changed. Jimmy would help the woman with housework and even dance with her. The woman thus developed a special feeling for it. When her husband saw this, he pressed the remote control, making Jimmy get an electric shock. Later, the woman apologized to Jimmy on her husband's behalf and gently stroked its face. At the same time, the police officer found the old lady's body, along with a blood-stained ball. The boy's name was on the ball. When the boy woke up, he found that Jimmy had disappeared. Jimmy had been escorted back to the factory. To get back his only friend, the boy asked the neighbor for help. They drove to the factory. The neighbor was in charge of disabling the zombies' collars, while the boy sneaked into the factory. Although he found Jimmy, he was caught by the police officer himself. He was thrown into the wilderness. The TV stand was about to crash into the baby. The older brother sensed something was wrong. He rushed over quickly. I thought he would comfort the baby, but instead, he was only worried about the TV. The baby paid no attention to him. Their mom not only didn't notice what had just happened, but also kept making vegetable juice for weight loss. Then she started her workout. The boy wanted to talk to his mom, but his mom didn't want to say much to him. She just picked up the baby. Suddenly, she stumbled. The boy looked at her with worry, not noticing anything unusual at all. It turned out the town's groundwater was contaminated. Everyone who drank the water became a green-eyed zombie. A man drank the water in one go. Soon, he felt dizzy. When he got home, he found his teeth had also turned green. His wife was calling him from upstairs. Suddenly, he started to mutate. He pounced directly at his wife in the bathtub. In this way, his wife also mutated. At the same time, the boy wanted to go to the bathroom. The scene in front of him scared him. His mother had actually turned into a zombie. He quickly used vegetables to lure the zombie mother to crawl into the living room, but she accidentally knocked over some parts, causing the TV to fall down. The boy froze in place in fear. He realized the situation was urgent, so he opened the front door directly, letting zombies rush into the house. Then, taking advantage of the zombies' inattention, he held his sister and rushed out of the house. They ran into a villa. After settling the baby down, he went out to look for food, but the baby crawled out secretly. When he came back, the baby had long disappeared. Little did he know that at this moment, two killers also came to the villa. They found the baby in the kitchen, so they scattered virus-containing candies on the ground, signaling the baby to eat them. But just as she put one in her mouth, a noise came from nearby. The two quickly hid. It turned out the boy had arrived just in time. He wanted to leave with his sister in his arms, but the killers stopped them. One of them held the boy under control, while the other tried to make him eat the virus candy too. At this moment, the baby suddenly mutated and bit the killer's finger. This meant she would also become a zombie. The boy struggled to escape, accidentally stepping on a tube of reagent. As a large amount of smoke spread, the mutated sister inhaled it, and the virus actually dissolved. It turned out that was a tube of antidote. When they ran out of the house, the military had already arrived with weapons. He waved his hand to ask for help, but the military was very cruel. They eliminated everyone, whether infected or not. Realizing something was wrong, he had to run away with his sister in his arms. The boy didn't know where to go. Just when he was almost desperate, a small boat sailed over from a distance. He quickly waved to ask for help. Finally, they successfully got on the boat, ready to escape to the new city. Suddenly, he remembered his mom's arm in his bag, so he threw it into the river. The arm was eaten by small fish. A greater disaster was about to come.